Well, good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Everything RV with Dave. I'm taking a little ride down to the trail to ride my bike, but I was thinking about my last trip that I took. I went 1,350 miles, went down through West Virginia. I went to Virginia. And I went back up and went back into West Virginia again. But I did something on that trip that I've never done with this truck before. I have never put E85 fuel in this F150 Ford. I would suspect the reason I haven't done that is that I always heard that you have got much worse fuel mileage. Now, I have heard 20 to 30% less fuel mileage. It is cheaper, but for some reason I've never tried it. I did a little investigation, and I saw that it created a little more power. So I got to thinking, I'm pulling the RV down through West Virginia. Let me try a tank full of E85 in my flex fuel Ford F150. And I have the 3.5 liter normally aspirated engine. It's not a turbo. So any additional horsepower that I can get out of this will help me pull my RV up the hills a little bit easier. I was very much surprised at what transpired by putting one tank full of E85 in this F150. I've driven down through that part of West Virginia many times pulling the trailer. And the RV, we were able to make everything all the time, but struggling going up some of the hills. But with this E85, I was very, very much liking what I was doing. I was climbing hills at less RPMs in a higher gear without any problem at all. The kicker to all this is the E85 is about anywhere from 40 to 60 cents a gallon cheaper. That cheaper fuel kind of offsets a little bit of the gas mileage difference, because you're not going to get the same kind of gas mileage as you do with regular. What I did find is that under normal conditions, my F-150 pulling my trailer, I get about 10 to 12 miles per gallon. Now, I get 11 to 12 if I don't have a bunch of hills. If I'm driving down through West Virginia, I usually get between 10 and 11. That's normally what I get. On that 1,350 mile trip, every time I filled up with E85. That E85 produced 9.8 miles per gallon for the complete trip. So I'm averaging 9.8 miles per gallon running E85, and I'm not working my engine as hard. I'm going up the hills a little bit easier, not putting as much strain on the vehicle. What's not to like? So I turned around and did something over the last few days. When I got back to my home, I kept running E85, reset the trip meter, and around town I'm getting 4 or 5, 6 miles less per gallon. That's significant. What I feel for me in my setup, running E85, pulling the trailer, definite. It absolutely makes the truck run a little bit better. Up hills, it seems to have a little bit more power. A couple times pulling up hills, I actually called it my rocket fuel. That's kind of funny, but around town, I think I'll run regular with the E10, that's 10% alcohol. The E85 will have anywhere from 50 to 80% alcohol, depending on where you get your fuel. I've seen a lot of stuff on the E85. I wanted to bring you this little video to show you in real world what it has done for somebody pulling with an RV. So if you're having a little bit of power problems, and if you have a flex fuel vehicle, you should try some E85. Now I want to show you what I'm talking about. If you don't know if you have a flex fuel vehicle, all you have to do is open up your gas tank lid and take a look. If there's a yellow ring, you have E85. You can run, the flex fuel. On the Fords, they actually put a badge on it calling it flex fuel. So let's take a look. So on this Ford, this is an F150, you'll see the yellow ring. And it actually says right on it, easy fuel, E85 gasoline. If you have a yellow insert where you put your gas in, you have a flex fuel vehicle. Ford does something very nice. They actually put a badge on saying flex fuel. So this was just a little video trying to explain to you about E85 and what it did for my vehicle pulling my RV. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.